After being bitten by this puppy for 2 weeks after she adopted it, the owner contacted 9 different dog trainers in the Duncan area. 4 of them wouldn't help her because they didn't deal with aggressive puppies. One recommended using a shock collar. Another one recommended using a clicker. And 3 dog trainers told her over the phone, without ever meeting this puppy, that the puppy had some type of mental disorder and needed to be euthanized. Oh, he's a good baby. This is Fergus. Been with me 5 days. This is what he's like now. Hey, baby boy. Pick him up here. When you pick up, you give affection around the ears and the neck, over the back. All affection. And then under the chest. And we lift him up. Hey, baby boy. He's a good boy. And then we put him down. And we give some bum rubs and some more neck licks. Good boy. I know he's a happy boy. So now I'll show you a video of what Fergus was like when I met him last week at his house. So this is a 16-week-old Shiba Inu that's been snapping and nipping at people when they try to touch him, especially when he's resting. Owners had him for a month. Took her about that long to be able to touch him. He's good with her, but nobody else.
Hi, nice to meet you. Oh, he doesn't usually do that. He's never done that.
Let's see. What is that normal do? What do you
Go away.
Yeah.
And this is never.
So he's making the smell. So this one is telling you you're okay.
Oh,
You don't need to be like that.
she's the very friendly, happy one.
Okay.
Honestly, he probably wouldn't be as happy right now if it wasn't for her.
Right. Okay, so let's please just go down the hall here. Let's close some doors. I'm just gonna.
Oh, sorry, we're houses under construction right now, so
Sorry?
stuff is a little bit all over the place.
Watch the female dog. She is supporting me, correcting the puppy, and telling the puppy to relax. She is not focusing on me because I am not abusing or hurting the puppy. She's a mother dog who understands what I'm doing and is glad I am doing it. To do this. Can you see just my head going over the head like this? See the head? And this is the problem. Dogs see you trying to touch the top of their head as dominance. That's not what he's liking. But what I'm seeing here is a sign of abuse. He's had negative experiences of people coming over the top like that. And that's what I'm saying, we're getting, this is nervous pee and excited pee, and it's just getting him to block stop. See, no tension, it's block stop. He was already smelling at the door, which is good. So now I come out to see if he wants to smell. And again, a little bit of a smell, so that's good. When they're using their nose, that's good. Now sometimes, when you go to touch, they still might snap or nip. So I curl up the leash like this, and I want to lick the neck, right? Now you see a little bit of a smell there, not much. So if you come up by the neck, you're still close to that mouth. So that's where I come down here to touch the chest. And you see he moves. I just flop. So now I want him to sit. So I keep moving forward till he sits. That's good. And then I just come in to touch. Circular motion on the chest. And then I touch the neck to give affection with the neck, or with the leash on the neck as a lick. Now I use my fingers on the chest. Circular motion. And now I come up and I lick the neck. A little bit of an aversion to that, so I come back down to the chest. Now he's starting to relax a little bit, that little bit of a lick, and you see a little bit of a relaxation in his face. Now you see how I came up and his face changed again, see right there. But I keep the touch going. And then come back down to the chest. So now I want him to stay. The collar is no good to work with a dog like this. You need to have a slip leash. So now I'm going to turn sideways to him. Now I got to ask him to sit, so I have to face him. Turn sideways. Now I got to get close enough to him so I can reach to get the leash over. Very slow movements. This is a confident but nervous puppy. So with the leash, I get it ready. Again, I come in to see if he wants to smell. See, a little bit of a smell is good. He backs up. I move sideways, very slow. I don't look at him. Very important. Let him smell the leash again. That snap. So let's see if he wants to have a little bit of smell. He's meaning business. So you just gotta be really slow with this. Let me give you some affection so he says it's all okay. You're doing so good. You're such a good girl. Yeah, listen. Haven't had one like this in a while. Now he's not coming in to bite or nothing. This is all just frantic stuff, right? He's just a baby. You don't know his past, do you? They didn't say nothing. He was abused.
Well, that's what we thought.
Yeah.
Even the vet that recommended you to us, he told me, he's like, this is an abused dog.
Yeah, definitely.
And then the other trainer said it was a genetic problem.
No. Definitely not genetic.
But as you can see, not a lot of trainers want to work with him.
Not surprised. But like I say, I'm not a trainer. I'm a dog psychologist.
Exactly, yeah.
These are the ones I specialize in.
But as you can see, this is what people get greeted with.
But he did pretty good when I first came in, right?
It's when you approach him.
Yeah, it's when you approach. Or look at him. Sometimes you need to approach and just look at him.
Mm-hmm.
And you see, most of the time, I'm only looking at him if like I'm asking him to sit or if I'm correcting him for the nip or something like that, right? Other than that, I'm looking here. I don't look at him, right? And this is just getting him used to my presence, the leash, the scent of the leash, my scent. Very gentle touches to start to get him to see, I'm not here to try and dominate you. I'm not here to hurt you. I'm your mom. I'm only here to love you, right?
Yeah.
But he's never experienced it.
Mm-hmm.
So in order for him to understand that, he has to experience it. The only way he can experience it is by experiencing it.
Well, I mean,
Right.
we, just as of last week, we could finally walk by him normally because he, every time we'd walk by him, he would think we were going to kick him and he'd scream running.
Yeah.
Yeah. But it was probably no wonder they couldn't get rid of him at the adoption center.
So now, you see, he's a little bit more comfortable with the touch down here. So now I come and I touch up here. Now this is dominance. Whenever you try to touch the top of the head, you see it as dominance. But I'm trying to help him to understand that when I'm doing it, and you'll learn that when people do this, they don't mean dominance, they mean affection. And now when I look at him, I close my eyes and I soften my eyes. This is hard on the old knees. Now, another interesting thing here with him is his tail is never tucked here. This whole time, at least with me, his tail's not tucked.
Okay.
So he's not fearful. And I know a lot of people look at this and think, yeah, he is. This is frantic. This is, right? If he was really fearful, he'd have that tail. Everything comes in like this in the body, right? When they're fearful. So he's actually quite confident, and that's why he's coming forward and acting like that.
Yeah,
So you see,
we finally got a second shot of vaccines, but as you can imagine, if the vet was trying to touch him, how difficult that was.
oh, nearly impossible.
It was. It took actually three different sessions just to get all the shots.
Now rubbing the temple up here, a mother does this. She comes up and she licks the temple, and it helps to soften the eye. So he started with his head kind of back into the door, and now he's slowly bringing his head forward into the leash. And that's what I want him to do. I want him to bring his head into the leash, to accept the leash. And I got to get this leash on him because the collar is just no good to control the dog like this.
Yeah, well, now you can see why it took me 2 weeks to get a collar on him.
Oh yeah, I'm not surprised.
I had no idea what I was in for when I got him at the airport either. You should imagine my surprise when I tried to open the crate.
Okay. Now I'm not gonna try to go in and get this off right now. He's not ready. But I do want to walk him around. It's the best thing when you gotta get a dog like this is when you get the leash on him, start to walk him around to help him feel more comfortable.
Okay, yeah.
But I'm gonna do my thing as I walk, asking him to just follow me.
Sorry.
It's hard with these shivas, eh?
Yeah, I didn't know exactly because he's warmed up enough in the house to go and play and stuff, but whenever anyone comes in or if we go up, this is pretty much what you get. Definitely drags a little.
Okay, so I'm gonna sit right in this chair here.
She's just wondering what game you're playing.
So this is where we use the leash to encourage to come forward to the full release. All my dogs, all I gotta do is hold out my hand and they come, because they know we don't get the name, right? So this is what I'm trying to teach him right now, is that when I hold out my hand, you can come and I'm gonna connect. But he hasn't been into it. How do we get this up?
Yeah, I tried to have like some people come over too, and I'm like, oh, maybe he just needs like exposure to more people, and it was not.
This is totally different.
Yeah.
He does need exposure, but we have to get him into the state of mind where he knows he's safe first with the mother. Then we can start to introduce him to other people.
Yeah, that's why I called you, because everything I was doing wasn't working.
So we just get one little step forward at a time. Every time he looks at me, I close my eyes. And it's so important. Because with dogs like him, dogs in an alert state, whenever you look at them, to the dog, you're correcting them, challenging them, and dominating. Okay? And that's why we don't look, or we look compulsively.
She's just amazing.
And again, all your movements have to be super slow.
So what I mentioned about his ears, how they're always moving.
Listening in every direction.
Even
Because he always had to be on alert, right?
well, I have no information on him, absolutely nothing. So
Well,
I thought
dogs
it
that are
was,
abused, they're always on alert. They're always like, right, because they never know when it's coming.
well, yeah, like I didn't.
Yeah, he's extremely alert. Oh my god.
I was, yeah, I kind of, once I saw him, I had a suspicion, but like they didn't tell me anything about him.
So he experienced my touch a little bit there. He has the head turned to the side as I'm doing this, and that's avoidance. It's not acceptance yet. Still not smelling here. Okay? Not panting either. That means it's not smelling, not panting. We've gone into a little bit more of an alert state. We don't worry about that.
So this is the type of dog you would definitely take on then.
Oh yeah, these are the ones I specialize in. And I'm the only one in British Columbia that can help him.
Well, it's good that you live here then.
When you have a dog like him, puppy, that's snapped and nipped already, the last thing most people want to do when they're reaching out to touch them is close their eyes. Right? You gotta close your eyes. So important. So I hope you see that if you have a dog that's nervous, anxious, unsure, insecure, fearful, snapping, nipping, biting, especially puppies, the vast majority of the cases, they do not need to be euthanized. They don't need to be isolated. You need a mother. They need to know that they're safe, protected. And once that dog starts to see you as his mother, then you can touch him. Nobody else can, but you can. And then when you have that connection of the mother, now you're able to help that puppy to start experiencing other people. Because we're able to get them into a calm, relaxed state of mind. They start to experience that humans can give them affection the way the mother did. And you just get a totally different dog. Walking with his new little friend at the mall in Nanaimo. He's doing so good. He's excellent on leash. He's helping this other little one learn to be calm. He's just so good. Very good boy. He's learning not to mount. Little puppy curious about the wolves. He's pretty big, isn't he, baby? This is Billy. This is Blaze. Hi, Blaze. Sweetie babies. Hi, Ruby. In less than 24 hours, this puppy was no longer biting. Because I became his mother dog, and I showed him that humans can represent the affection that he received from his own mother dog, and that we can protect him and make sure he's safe. The BCSPCA and their animal kind certified dog trainers and behaviorists isolate, neglect, drug, and euthanize puppies as young as 12 weeks old because they deem them as aggressive and the puppy won't take treats. I become their mother dog and give them affection, and they no longer bite.